What up, guys? Jason Guyman here with ChristmasLights.io, ChristmasLightsHelp.com. And tonight, I want to just talk a little bit about displays. This is a time of year. This is December 5th or December 10th. And this is when we go around and start taking pictures. This is when I would always go to different places. I'll show you some different places around the Cincinnati area and ways to find these cool places so that way we can have for our website, we can take pictures at night, different angles, all these awesome things with Christmas lights. And so let's get started here. So the thing that I always did was I would always take my kids and we'd go around and go look at other people's lights, their Christmas lights. I'd go look at my own, see if there's any problems, any issues, any bulbs out. Maybe bulbs have fallen. Obviously, if you are a homeowner and you have blow-ups, you're going to have to go fix those blow-ups because if we have a big wind, they're going to fall over. And if we don't have a big wind and we get a lot of rain, we've got to worry about our lights and our callbacks. But this year, we've been pretty lucky with no rain. We had a little bit of rain back then. It got us some callbacks. So I want to just talk about how I took my family to a lot of these different places so that way we can get pictures for next year. And even like you're saying, Jason, even if we go around and get some pictures this year, obviously I have some in my membership, but you can also go around and get pictures of cool displays that, I might want to make my displays look like this, especially being in Florida and all of that. So, these are some things that I always did, taking my family around and all of that good stuff. And so what some of them are is like this one here is called the Christmas Ranch. It's pretty cool. It's a big light show that it's all lightorama, so they can make it do different things, all different kind of things. So this is one of them. We have the next one here is Christmas Nights of Light. This is right off the 275 loop. It's a pretty cool display. It's a 2-3 mile drive through that you can drive through and look at all the different Christmas lights, and that's a lot of fun. They actually have a couple different locations. This is actually growing a lot. They make a killing. I know somebody kind of knew their numbers, and they did like $2 or $3 million profit just from the Cincinnati location. So, there is definitely money in there. We have Christmas Town. Christmas Town is Answers in Genesis. They do an outdoor thing, and they have a pet and zoo and all kinds of things you can do. And so that was always fun to do. It's not too far from the house. The Ark, I've never been there. I think we're going to try to go this week. It's about 30-40 minutes away from me. And so we will be going to the Ark and looking at those Christmas lights. Again, they got a big petting zoo and all kinds of stuff. The Answers in Genesis has a zebra mixed with a horse, so a Zorse or whatever you want to call it. It's pretty neat, different things. Holiday and Lights is another one. It's up in Sharon Woods on the north side of Cincinnati. To drive through. There's a couple other ones. These are just ones that I know of and that I have found. The Cincinnati Zoo, I forgot about it, has a big light display. And again, this is a good place to go take pictures and do all of those types of things. So that way, when we are able to take pictures, and if you're running a business, this is a good time to go Facebook Live in these places, so that way you can kind of just show Christmas lights and just be festive and all of the good stuff that goes along with it. And then the other thing you can do is like these people here, they started a page of all of the really cool Christmas light displays in the greater Cincinnati area. And if you own the page and you start this page up and you run it, you can put some of your Christmas light customers on there that people might want to go see, especially if you have a really cool one. So, this is a good thing here. 12,000 people following this page. You got 12,000, And so basically, this is the captain of the kids. They've also put it on their website. It's just a kids' website thing here. And so, they give you routes. So if you take this route, they map it out for you. So if you start here, you can go around and see all the cool lights. And so these are some things that we can do for our website. So that way you can do this and not be that hard. So, but this is something that you can do to make this something fun for the family. And I did a scavenger hunt that you can give away, and just to get people starting to come to your website, so that way next year, you've got traffic, Google knows who you are, and all of that good stuff. And it can help with your SEO. But again, the Facebook group, they keep this up. You can see some of the different pictures. These are some of the really cool drive-in ones. I haven't even been to all of these, and some of these are really crazy, but they're good pictures. They're good way to do it, and all of that kind of thing at the end of the day. So I got a question, and I will answer a question because I like questions. How do you light around windows that are surrounded by vinyl with no window ledge? Well, one thing you can do is you can buy some of these right here. They're called no hook, and they're going to go up. They're called no hook. I don't know how I can show this here. They're called no hook. Let's see, what are they called? No hook, no hole hook. And basically what this does, I actually got a piece of vinyl siding right here. So what this does, so this here is going to go underneath here, and that clips in there. So what this does is this just wraps up underneath there like so, and that holds it in there, and that's how that works. So it's actually going to go up underneath here and catch this one right here, and that will do that. Now these here, I bought a bunch of them, and they're not as good as the actual no hook. So what I had to do with these, I got a whole box of them here, and they're all kind of junk. Not real. I mean, I can make them work, but what you got to do is I had to take a pair of pliers and just bend this around a little bit more, so then that way it would slide up underneath that vinyl siding and catch. And what we're trying to do is here, let me get the camera. So that ledge, it's going to come up here, and it's going to, you got to bend it around a little bit more so it catches on that ledge. Right now, it doesn't really catch on that ledge real good, and it'll fall off. So what you can do is put these all the way around the window, and then you can attach. You can either just hold the lights there, or you can make like the little frames that I've made, and then just do two of these right above the window, and then just take a zip tie or a piece of wire and hold that up there, and it'll do that. These will hold. Right now I have a 20-pound reef on my front of my house, and it's all held by this right here. Nothing else. So hope that answered your question. Jason, thanks for all you do. You're welcome. I think you've had a pretty good, successful year this year. How do you handle houses with clay tiles? I just use my all-in-one clip and slide them up on there. Those clips are pretty good that they'll open up wide enough, and just slide them up underneath them clay tile and hold them on there. That's how I do it. Sometimes I know they'll roll over the edge, and again, even if I got up somehow, make that thing go up underneath that clip, that's what I'm going to do. That's how I make that work. It can be a pain in the neck sometimes of trying to get it up in there. So definitely look who it is. Mr. Patrick Clark. How you doing tonight? But again, I need to get you on my Sunday Night Live. If you would be interested, I would love to have you on my Saturday Night Live. But again, that is definitely do it. No walking on the roof with clay towels, right? Just the lower level. No, yeah, you don't really want to walk on clay towel. If you do walk on clay towel, where they come over like so, you want to step right at the. I don't even know if I can do it right. Where they come over like this, you want to step right. You want to step as close to this one, but you don't want to step on this edge here because that's when you'll crack them. So that's what you got to watch. So that's where you want to step. But just be careful because they can move. They will move, and you just got to be careful. It's best not to climb on them, but like I say, I'm not going to say I've never done it because I'd be lying. We had one. I don't know if I got pictures of it or not. We have one. I'll see if I can find it here real quick. It's actually a beautiful photo of. It's in Cincinnati, and it overlooks the city, and it is pretty, really beautiful. It was beautiful at night, and it was way up on the river, so you could actually it overlooked Cincinnati, and it was pretty cool. See if I can look it up here real quick. But if not, but yeah, so and it was all clay towel. And the time I did it, it was raining and cold. And the only good thing about that clay towel roof is it wasn't steep, but it was cold. And I mean cold. We were freezing our butts off on there. And it's icicles. And this is why I hated icicles. The icicles we did, we went all the way around the whole house. And when we went all the way around the house, it was very, every icicle had a bread tie on it. So you had to take every bread tie off of every icicle. And it was pretty stupid at the end of the day. I'm not going to lie. My fingers were cold and it sucked. And, it was definitely no fun. So I'm not a big fan of icicles, if you can tell. And that's probably part of the reason why I'm not a big fan of icicles. Because, again, icicles can be the death of you, I think. I just don't like icicles. Icicles, like I say, they can they're just a lot of work. Now, I don't know if the newer icicles don't have each zip tie, but these older ones did have a zip tie all the way around them. And it was no fun. So if anybody else has questions, I just kind of jumping on here tonight. Here it is right here. This is the one that had icicles with clay towel on it. Let's see. I found them. Let's see. Where is it at? Scene. So right here, this is what the icicles look like. My the camera wasn't very good. You can see the clay towel there, and every one of these strands of light going around here had a little bread tie on it that you had to take off each individual one. And you can see over out in here, that is like Newport and Covington. This is downtown Cincinnati right here, and so that was the view of their house. So it was pretty cool too. I don't know if I have it. Oh yeah, here's the daylight pictures of it right here. So you can see this was overlooking the river, and then it goes down here, and then that was Cincinnati. So that was actually a pretty cool install that we did. That dude there is one of the owners of the Cincinnati Reds, Castellini, and so that was pretty cool. The whole inside of the house was all had this was in 2014, 2015, and they had like on the inside it was crazy on there. So do you need a separate EIN and business name for pressure washing Christmas lights? No, you do not. You can do a DBA, doing business as, and so like my business was named ProServe Group, and then I had pressure washing Cincinnati and Christmas light Cincinnati, and that all funneled through ProServe Group. So those two were DBAs, doing business as, And then that's how I ended up doing that. Can you hang lights and make big money in Virginia? Yep, there's a lot of money in Virginia. There's a lot of money in Florida. There's a lot of money everywhere in it. In fact, I think there's a lot more money in the South than people realize because everybody else is doing something else. So I think that could mean that definitely do that. Beautiful house. Thanks for the answer in your videos. You're welcome. So I am going to probably cut back to one video a week till Christmas or maybe January. And then I think I'm going to cut back to one every other week. And I'm going to do some other things on this channel other than just Christmas lights. I think I'm going to do some landscape lighting, as in it ain't really landscape lighting. It's just the bulbs going across. I might do some landscape lighting if I can find the information about them. I don't know a lot about landscape lighting. I might see if I can find somebody that knows a lot about it and do it. What extension pole do you recommend? I've heard you mention Mr. Longarm, but I don't see a 30-foot version. No, Mr. Longarm is only a 24-foot version. You can only get it in 24. So you can do a 30-foot tree with Mr. Longarm because if you're 5-6 feet tall plus the 24. Otherwise, you're going to have to use a carbon fiber pole. So like exterior window cleaners can use them. They're called a water fed pole. But you can also just get the pole on Amazon, I believe. If you look up, I know if you go and do a water fed pole, you can get a 40-foot water fed pole or a 35-foot water fed pole. You're looking at about $300 to $500 for that pole. You're probably looking to $200 to $300 just for the pole. So that is a little bit more expensive, obviously, than a $40 Mr. Longarm pole. And so that is just definitely something that you got to look at. But yeah, so those poles, when they get longer like that, they do get, if you don't get the carbon fiber and you just get the aluminum ones, they do get a little heavy, but not that much heavy. The biggest thing is with any of those poles, you just don't want to be throwing them down on the ground because they will break. They won't break so much, but they will bend. And when they bend, it is not good. It is not good at all. Are you still setting up Google Ads? Is it on Pressure Wash Help? Yeah, it's pressurewashhelp.com/Google Ads. pressurewashhelp.com/Google Ads. And that is where you will find it at. Talking about that, I had a guy sign up, and I got to do them actually. I did this big calendar here. We set up the calendar here of my scheduling, and so I did that so that way we can, because here's the deal, guys. If we don't plan, we can't be, it's hard to be successful if we don't have a plan. First off, we have to have a goal so that we can plan for that goal, so we can shoot for that goal. And so when you do that, that will help you become what you need to do. So I've taken the last 3 days. We went to Cincinnati and got a hotel room, and we sat there and planned and set goals for about 7-8 hours. And then we went and my wife did a bunch of email writing. So that was part of the plan. So that is what you got to do. And this is a good time to do it right before the end of the year. If you're just starting out, sometimes it's hard to know your numbers. But if this is your first, if this is your second, third year, you should know your numbers, and then we can plan from there. So that is definitely something that you want to do. Hey folks, watching live while putting bulbs and clips on. So Mr. Richard got to do Stephen King's house, which is pretty cool. It's always cool to do famous people. Like I say, I got to do the Cincinnati Reds house here, the manager of it. So that was always pretty. That was pretty neat to do. And just being around, seeing famous people, some of these high end houses is always fun to do. So that's pretty cool. Are you still selling light packages next year? I will be. I'm going to try to work with Dustin because I quit selling them myself. I was just selling them through Dustin, and I still am. If you go to christmaslights.io, it will take you to Dustin's website. I get a cup of coffee from it, and I appreciate it. It's a little bit more than a cup of coffee, but it is nice that you do that, and I appreciate it. So I'm going to see if he will set up some packages, so that way I can just send you right to those packages. If not, Fred and them will do it. I'm going to set up a link on my website that will take you to there, and again, it will give me affiliates. That's how I work, is through affiliates. That's how I get paid a lot of this. So to give you more information. I did like doing the ride-alongs. I don't know if I'll be able to do any more this year. Definitely going to do some ride-alongs with pressure washing. I'm having a good time doing that. I did a ride-along with Al from Dayton, Ohio, and that was a lot of fun. So I did have a lot of fun doing the Christmas ride-along, and that's kind of in my plan for next year too. So is to do ride-alongs. I wrote down how many ride-alongs I wanted to do. I wrote down how many trainings I was going to do next year. I planned all that out now. I'm planning on a trip out west, which will be a pressure washing and a Christmas light class. So if you are out in it'll probably be in the Portland area, because I know some people in Portland that I can use their equipment, because I don't want to be driving a trailer or pressure washing equipment all the way out there. So that'll be how that works. But I'll be taking a family trip probably out there, because my daughters want to go through North Dakota and see all that kind of stuff, Mount Rushmore and all that. So we'll be probably doing that in June or July. And I'll be having a Christmas light class out there and a pressure washing class out there. So that is my goal. If everything goes right, that is what will be happening. So, again, if you guys got questions, I'm just rattling on right now. So let me know. But Christmas lights, again, I love setting them up. I love helping people getting them up. I know a lot of people were successful this year. I had let me think here. I had a great success story, and I love success stories, because success stories are good, obviously. And success stories is definitely is why I do what I do, and I appreciate the success stories. So I'm gonna read another success story here, because I love success stories, and I'm gonna show it to you so it ain't like, Jason, you're full of crap. Well, let's see here. Well, I just pulled my face into it. Let's see if I can zoom in here. Right here. So it says, "Thank you so much, Jason, for your advice. Without your content, along with Fred and Donovan, I would have never been able to accomplish what I have this year. God bless me with another 3,000 job, puts me over my beehive, my big, hairy, audacious goal of $80,000 first year. I have no other business or business experience. It's been hard. It's been can't read. It's been one of the hardest 2 months of my life, but so worth the stress." And that is why I like helping people. I love success stories like that, and that is awesome. Take down ride-alongs. I've thought about it. What clips do you recommend? Now, the ones you refer in your videos seem to be discontinued. You can get, I believe you can get, go to christmaslights.io, and there it'll take you to where all the clips and all that stuff is. Let me see if I can find it, what he has here left. I know they're out of a bunch of crap because it is what it is. So they do have the tough clips, and so I would probably do the tough clips. You'll see here, screen. These are the tough clips. Let me pull myself here over here. These are the tough clips, and they do still have the tough clips. And so, or you can do, well, I don't think that, yeah, them are unavailable, but they do have the tough clips. So I would probably go with the tough clips, and they have the new flex clips. So these just slide right over the bulb, and they just pop right over the bulb. Obviously, they're a little bit more. I did like the best clips better. I don't know if them are ever going to come back or not. But like I say, the flex clips just seem to be kind of cheap when I've seen them. They don't seem to be a real strong material. So again, if you go to christmaslights.io, it'll take you to that website. You can click anywhere on there and it'll take you to this website here, and that is where you can get those at. So, but that's kind of the whole clip issue. You can see right here, see if Dustin can, the ones you sold in the beginning of season, they were the best yet. Yeah, the problem of it is, here's the problem with it. The person with the patent is kind of not allowing them to be sold anymore. So they're trying to get around that patent, but he's got the patent going around the bulb, and so them may never come back. So that's the issue. And I agree with you. I know Fred said the same thing. They will fall off sometimes. They don't stick up. They don't seem to stick out as long, and so that's kind of the issue with them. But those flex clips, I wouldn't pay the extra. I would probably just go with the tough clip. Just because that flex clip, it's cheap material. They've already been through like 2 or 3 versions of them, and it's just not, the plastic isn't as good as the plastic just isn't as good, period. There is no ifs, ands, or buts, but the plastic just isn't as good. Have you ever used the Titan Pro all-in-one clips? Have you ever used the Titan Pro all-in-one clips? I don't know what they look like. Titan Pro. I'm on the fly tonight. I'm trying to do 2 things. I'm not going to say that I'm very good at doing that, but that's what I'm doing. Let's see what they look like. Titan Pro all-in-one clips. I don't know what they look. Oh, is this here? I don't know what they look like. Are these hit here, right here? I'm gonna pull them up here. I got this one here. Is this what they look like? I mean, they look fun. They look like the all-in-one clip almost. So, but I don't know. I've used the all-in-one clips. That's what I always used, was just the all-in-one clips. I never did use the tough clips and all that kind of stuff. I just used the all-in-one clips. I liked them a lot. I think they're just as good as I understand the whole part of leaving them on the light, and people like to do that, and that is fine. But does he even got the all-in-one clips? I don't even think he's got the all-in-one clips. He's probably out of everything, because this year has been crazy. I don't know if you all knew that or not, and so it's just been crazy year. Yeah, he don't even have the regular clips. So they're at Lowe's, I believe. Okay, I got you, Brian. I got you. So I don't know. I've used Home Depot. Those ones really suck. The Home Depot ones, I never did like them, but I've had to use them because if you run out, you got to have something to get them up there. The Home Depot ones, man, when you pull them down, they just broke right in half. And half of the clip would be on the gutter and the other half would be on the light. They were so junk. But when you're in a tight spot, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to make it happen. Um, I'm not going to say I never ran to Walmart or Home Depot or any of those places to go get Christmas lights so that I could get stuff up. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do and make it happen. Now, I've never put up like the C9, cheap C9 bulbs, but now I have done the other junk. Every tip breaks. I'm stuck with 1,000 of them. So I'm going to say that you don't like, they're not very tight and pro-ish. Just got a message for Christmas light. Guy says, I'm putting Christmas lights and I could use some help for a 20-foot peak of my house. Are you interested in coming by tonight? I got the ladder and I can hold it for someone. I have a staple gun and lights. Be like, for $1,000, buddy, I'll come and put better lights on for you. Or just charge by the hour. Be like, dude, I'm $300 an hour. I'll come and staple lights for you for $300 an hour. And also, buddy, it's a minimum of 2 hours. That way you get your $600 and make it worth it. Just depends on how hard up for money you are, Luke. But, well, I didn't get no more questions. Again, I'll kind of just overdo. It's good to put things on your website for people to do. Even if you're putting it on your if you've got a Facebook, stuff that you can put on your Facebook of different locations. Again, I'll run through some of the ones I've done in the past. Let me go here. So, this is one. It's called the Christmas Ranch. They have all kinds of things. You get to walk around. It's pretty cool. They got a bunch of little shops there that you can do some Christmas light shopping. This is good places to do some Facebook Lives, just so that you can just show that you're giving and helping people. A lot of times we want to take. We got to be careful. In the end, we really want to give, because if we can give, then they'll give back to us. That's usually how things work. The other one is it's the Christmas Nights of Lights is a pretty cool one. It's awesome. Nights of Lights is pretty cool. Here's another one. This is Answers in Genesis. This is one that is real close to us. Answers in Genesis. They have a big outdoor thing. They have a petting zoo. They have all different kinds of things. Again, I would take pictures. I would do some Facebook Lives of the animals on your business page, on your personal page, and share that. Is a good thing to do. Another drive-through is another cool thing you can do. Again, you can go into a Facebook group if you want to own a Facebook group. It's not a bad thing, and then give the information of where all the cool sites are. So here's the key. If it's got a thing on it, is a must see, is with the trophy. If it has music, all of that kind of thing. So this will tell you where all the cool displays are, playing with music, all that kind of stuff. So this is another thing that is pretty cool to do, so that way you can do it. If you have a website, you can put a website on there, put a scavenger hunt on there. This person here actually put the lights. This route includes 2 displays music, a plane in the yard, all these cool things, and they kind of give you a way to do it. So these are some pretty cool things that we can do, so that way we can help these are good things to put on our website, because then that way we can show that we helping people also. But just some things that you can do. Again, yes, and they do have RGB, and they have all different kinds of cool stuff. So again, if you want to check out my podcast, you can go to my podcast. This is a ride along I did here. You can see I think I already have some videos out on it, which was pretty cool. We got some drone footage and all different kinds of things. But again, we want to be able to do this kind of stuff so that way we can help people out. So if you want to check out my podcast, I have a podcast. You can go to kingofpressurewash.com/podcast. And there I talk about business and I'll talk to some really cool people. Got some really good podcasts coming up. I talked one with talking about how to talk on the phone, how to talk to customers, and all of that cool stuff. So other than that, I'm going to jump off here. I will be back on at 9 o'clock on Pressure Wash Help at YouTube, on my YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe. I'm only 200 people away from 5,000 on this channel. So please subscribe. I'd appreciate it very much. And I'll see you next week.